speak with both of you. Huge fan, and this movie was so much fun. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thanks, Sophia.
Of course. So the first thing I want to start about is the involvement in this project. Adam, I really love that you're also producer for it, and I'm curious why that role was important to you. And then Nina, what was it about this project that made you want to get involved and stood out to you?
Probably that, you know, hopefully by the sequel I'll also be a producer.
Yeah, we'll
work it
She's
out.
angling. She's always angling this
I think you deserve it.
Yeah.
Come on.
No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, next movie I'm a producer.
Well, I mean, yeah, for me it was, I was there at the initial, with the initial idea when the writers pitched me the initial idea, and then I developed the script with them until we pitched it to Netflix, and then we brought Sandler's company on board and worked with them to get the script just right. But yeah, I mean, and also I'm a power-hungry troll, so I need that producer title. Yeah, so I mean, it's nice to have that title just so you always have a creative say, and then you could kind of steer the ship. And luckily enough for my career, I've always been able to do that because my big break was Workaholics, which was a show that I created. So I tricked the industry into thinking I know what I'm doing.
You got me fooled.
Tricked ya.
Well, I auditioned for this movie, and I saw that Adam was attached and producing, and Adam Sandler's obviously a producer on this movie, and Tyler, the director, had made Wrong Missy, and that was a really hilarious film that I loved watching. So I don't know, all the elements were there. I don't remember if Pierce was already attached, but that's a huge, I mean, I'm a action movie fan. I grew up in a household full of men, so had to get involved.
Well, you led me into my next question because the action and comedy genres just go so well together, and this is such a good mix. Did you take any inspiration for your characters out of any films that are your personal favorite in the genre?
I feel like not a lot of action comedies have someone that's as inept as Owen, my character, is. So I wasn't able to take... It was mostly out of my own life, like what a goofball I am and how bad I would be at robbing banks if Pierce Brosnan was my actual in-law. So no, it was mostly just being like how horrific I would be at it, and what a little goober I am as a person.
I didn't have too much action in the movie. I did have one scene that I added. It wasn't even written. I was just like, it's an action movie. Like, I have to do some action too. So I like made them shoot this action thing that we made up on the day, and they were like, yeah, it looks great. We're gonna cut it. And they did. It's not in the movie, but
well,
I'll get
yes.
It didn't make any sense.
It didn't make sense.
But it was really sweet that they indulged me.
Her character was like getting kidnapped, and Nina's like a true jock in a real way. So she's like, I can run up this car and do a backflip, and we're like, I don't know, let's see that. And she ran up a car, did the backflip, and then we cut it.
I'm sorry. I'm protesting.
Hey,
this.
you gotta tell.
We
gotta tell Netflix to release this bonus footage.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Really,
the world needs to see more Nina flips.
A sequel where Nina is. I know she can kick ass. Like I need more of that in the sequel. Like let's go.
That's right.
We will. We'll we have to make sure that
we have to make sure
watch
people
the
see
movie, and then once if it breaks the internet box office records, then we'll do another.
That's right.
Love it. And lastly, the dynamic between your characters was just so much fun. I'm curious, were there any elements that you really wanted to shine through in the dynamic?
I think you just wanted people to be like, because obviously Nina is so beautiful and we like covered her in cool tattoos and she was like a cool girl in the movie, and I look like this and they dressed me like that. And so there is like a disconnect, like why would this girl be with this guy? But then I think Nina and I do have really great chemistry from being friends for as long as we have been. So that's what I wanted to get across, is just having people be like, oh, I see why they care for each other and why they love each other.
Yeah, I second that.
It comes across on screen. I told you I'm ready for the sequel. Thank you both so much. I appreciate it. And Nina, I'm going to be trying to get that footage. We need to see it.
Yep.
I love it.
We'll release it.
Have a great rest of your day.
See ya.
Fanboys, professional artists, and professors. Maybe a nerd who's just like you, talking about the things that you like too. So I invite you to the NOC. In full color, you see me. The hard hit play, so check this.